In lesson 2, we're going to jump right into kind of the heart of the entire course, which is vulnerability. What does it mean to be vulnerable? What are the myths of vulnerability? And almost more importantly, what isn't vulnerability? There's a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of bad knowledge about what vulnerability is and what it isn't. And before we even get started in the lesson, I want to talk to you very quickly about why this is important and why this is so central to what we're doing in this course. Most of us think about vulnerability as being kind of the center of difficult emotions like shame, scarcity, fear, anxiety, uncertainty, failure. And we think to ourselves, why do I want to wake up in the morning and be vulnerable with the world? Why would I open myself up to these really difficult emotions? And so what we do is we armor up. We protect ourselves against vulnerability. And the problem is twofold. One, there's no amount of armor that keeps us from experiencing these really difficult human emotions. Secondly, the armor is pretty effective at blocking the other emotions that vulnerability brings us, because in addition to being the center of these, vulnerability is the birthplace of these emotions. It's the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, trust, innovation, creativity, gratitude. And if you think about the workplace, vulnerability is also the center of these last ones: accountability, ethical decision-making, learning, engagement, adaptability to change. So vulnerability is neither a dark emotion or a light emotion. It is not good, it's not bad. Vulnerability is the center and the soul of all emotion. And so when we decide that we're going to self-protect and armor ourselves up against vulnerability in order to minimize these negative feelings, what we do inadvertently, and the really painful unintentional consequence of that, is we lock ourselves away from all of these things that we want more of in our lives, which is why we're going to jump straight into vulnerability and talk about how do we show up and let ourselves be seen in a way that is safe, boundaried, and builds trust and connection.